Hello, I'm Naomi, and I am the owner of the Recovering Educator. I started this company because in my almost 20 years in education, I have experienced burnout multiple times, and I have been burned by the politics of education. And I wanted to be able to work with educators to help them deal with the stress of the job and to be able to find a healthy work life balance because it's so easy in education to let your job take over your entire life. And I know, especially in the last couple of years, more and more educators have become burnt out and have left the field not because they want to, but because they have to. And so I created this company to be able to help those people and to help prevent the burnout. And so today I'm talking about Ready, Set, Reset, heading into the new school year with confidence. It's been a tough couple of years. And many of you at this point have started school, but it's never too late to reset. So, we're going to go through a few different topics to help you be able to face this year with confidence and to feel your best. So, our topics today are kick Nancy and Ned to the curb. And then we're going to keep your career in check. And we're going to work on having a happy home and health. So both of those are important. So let's start out with Nancy and Ned. We're going to kick Nancy and Ned to the curb. And we're talking about Nancy and Ned, we're talking about negativity. The first step is to just notice your thoughts. According to the National Science Foundation, we have between 12,000 and 50,000 thoughts a day. And I'm sure that's no surprise to you, especially as educators, just knowing the number of decisions that we have to make in a day. But 80% of those thoughts are negative. And again, probably no surprise to you. There is so much negativity in our culture right now. It's hard to get away from. So I just want you to take a minute to think about your thoughts and notice the tone of your thoughts. Negative, positive, indifferent, neutral. What are the tone of your thoughts? That's the first step in kicking negativity to the curb. You need to notice your thoughts. And then practice what we're going to call catch and discard. So a study was done that showed that people who took the negative thoughts when they noticed them, wrote them down, and then threw it out, were able to move on and perform better and feel better. So, what I want you to think of is what you say, what your mouth says, your mind hears, and your body feels. So, think about what it feels like when someone comes and vents to you. Now, we all have those times when we need to vent and get rid of that frustration, anger, irritation, annoyance. But think about how you feel when you're in the presence of that. Think about how you feel when it's only negative things coming out of your mouth. Oh, today's gonna be a horrible day. This is going on. That person did this. It was da 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 da. And you get all that negativity coming up. Think about how you feel. But then think about how you feel when you're surrounded by positivity and positive people and people who are smiling and laughing. Smiles and laughter are contagious. Think about how you feel when you just start talking positive. It's a great day. It's going to be a great day. Things are going to be fantastic. How you feeling? Great. I am doing great. You feel different. What your mouth says, your mind hears, and your body feels. So we're going to notice those negative thoughts. We're going to write them down and discard them. But then the next step we're going to take is to flip that script. We're going to change the tone. We're going to change what we're saying. So as you're noticing those negative thoughts and getting rid of them, I also want you to think, what's the opposite? Because we tend to have repetitive thoughts, and then we're no different with our negative thoughts. Especially over the past couple of years, you probably came into the school year thinking, oh, last year this happened and that happened, and the principal did this, and the superintendent did this, and the school board did this and that. And there's a lot of negativity. So I want you to think about those. And we do it to ourselves in the classroom. Oh, I'm such a horrible teacher. I'm failing these kids. I can't serve them well. We need to change that. So let's flip it. I am a trained professional. I am a capable and confident teacher. I love and see the needs of the children in my class. I am meeting the needs of the children in my class. I am a loving, caring, consistent parent. Flip the script. If it helps to name that negative voice in your head, give it a name. Negative Nancy, negative Ned, Felicia, John, Josie, whatever it is, and change the script. Just be like, all right, Josie, that's enough. I am confident. I am capable. I am strong. I am skilled. I am a good teacher. And we're going to flip the script. It's not going to happen overnight. This takes work and it takes time. But as you start to notice, it'll get easier and easier to notice and then to change. And say these things out loud. Have a conversation with yourself on the drive to school. I was listening to a podcast by Brad Bizjack, and he was talking about why affirmations don't work. And part of it is because of the energy and the feeling that we have when we are listening to them, saying them, I am strong, I am capable. The energy that you say them with affects how you feel and how you live them out and absorb them. He recommends screaming at the top of your lungs in your car. So on your way to work in the morning, I am going to have a fantastic day. This is going to be an awesome day. I am a good teacher. I'm going to meet the needs of my students, and have that in your car so that when you walk through those doors in the morning, you have a positive vibe going, ready to take on the day. So we are going to get rid of negativity. That's our first step. Notice, catch and discard, and flip the script. We're getting rid of the negativity. Then we're going to keep your career in check, because it is so easy to let your career get out of balance and take over your life. So there's a few things we want to do here. One, remember that you are in control of how much work you take home. I understand that plan periods are getting taken over for meetings, committees, different things, but you do have time during your day. Use your time well. Use your time wisely. Use your plan period well. Use the time at the end of the day before you leave well, so that you can get things done that you don't have to take home with you. Okay. Also remember, and this was like life-changing for me, to realize that not everything I assign has to be graded. Some work that my students do is just part of the learning process. It doesn't have to be graded. So think about what you do with your students, what work they do, and what actually has to be graded. What formative assessments need to be graded, what summative assessments need to be graded, and what is just part of the learning process. That will change things for you. I am one of those people that I have lots of grades in the grade book, lots of formatives, not as many summatives because they're summatives, but I have lots of grades in there because I want a consistent record of what my students are doing, their progress, how they're performing. But I don't have to grade everything. I don't. Some of it's just part of the learning process. So remember that. How much work you take home is your decision. And be realistic about how much you can get done at home. If you take home that whole stack of 3 blocks of essays, you know you're not going to get them all done in one night. That's not realistic. And when we take home all of this work and it doesn't all get done and we carry it back to work with us the next day or on Monday morning, we feel this guilt and this anxiety of like, I brought all this home and I didn't do it, but I should have, but I did this instead. Stop doing that to yourself. Look realistically at what you can accomplish. Monday night, you're about to leave. You have stacks of essays to grade. How much time do you have that you can work on those essays on Monday night, and how many can you actually get done? That is what you take home with you. Because then you've accomplished what you set out to accomplish, and you have this feeling of, I got this done, rather than, oh my goodness, I brought all this home and I didn't do it. If you think you can only get 3 essays done, only bring 3 essays home with you. I used to do interactive notebooks with my students for science class. I can't grade 15 of those, 20 of those, 25 of those in a night. I can do 4. So do you know how many I brought home with me? 4. It's life changing when you start making those changes of, I don't have to grade everything and only take home what you can grade or get done. But sometimes you know you're not going to get any grading done because you're doing planning. That's okay. So only take home what you know you can accomplish. Also, at work, surround yourself with positive people. There's so much negativity around us right now, so much negativity in our culture. Make sure you're finding the positive people because the negative ones will just drag you down and suck the life out of you. You know who they are. Avoid them. Be nice to them, but avoid them. Okay. Find the positive people and be a positive person yourself. Okay. Be a positive person and surround yourself with those people because those are the ones that are going to uplift you and help you get through. And then set boundaries. Okay. One, we're going to set boundaries going back to how much work you take home. How much can you get done? That's what you bring home. But also at home, what is the time that you are set boundaries around your work time? Monday night, I am going to do 1 hour at this time, and that is my work time, and set the timer for yourself. I find that when I start setting timers for myself, I get a lot more done because we all know that the work expands to fill up the time that we give it. If we give ourselves the entire weekend, it's going to take the entire weekend. If we give ourselves an hour of focused work, that's how long it's going to take. And so set boundaries around work time at home. How much time are you going to commit? When? Where? Have a space and make sure that your family knows that this is mom's work time. This is dad's work time. During this time, you can do this, this, and this. When mom is done, when dad is done, then we can do this, this, and this. Make it clear to your family so that they can be part of it with you and know that, oh, okay, when I let mom focus, I let dad focus during this time, but then I get their full attention afterwards. I get their full attention before. Okay. So set boundaries around your work at home. Set boundaries with parents. Parents will expect what you repeatedly do. So set boundaries around email and let parents know I only email during work hours, 8 to 5, 9 to whatever it is. Set your hours and let them know that those are your work hours and that is when you'll respond to emails. Let them know that you'll respond within 24 hours. You do not have to respond immediately to any parent email. We know that the majority of parent emails are not an actual emergency. You don't have to respond right away. Okay? You can give them time. And those ones that you want to shoot off right away and defend yourself, don't. Give yourself time to sit and process before you respond. So be very upfront with parents. You have a 24-hour response. You will respond to them within 24 hours, except maybe on the weekends. Okay, unless you decide to set some times that you are working and will respond on weekends. It's up to you. But set your boundaries and be clear. You will respond within working hours, 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. And emails have this handy thing now that you can schedule when they send. So even if you're writing emails on, say, the weekend, schedule them to go out at 8 a.m. on Monday. Don't send them out on off hours. Let families have off time. You need off time. So set boundaries with your families and make it clear. Let them know upfront when you will respond, how often you will respond, the time frame that you guarantee you will respond to them. Okay. And use that schedule feature for your emails. Okay. Set and make clear boundaries and communicate them. Okay. So you're going to decide how much work you're going to bring home. You're going to decide when you're going to do it and set those boundaries at home and schedule that time. And you're going to set boundaries with your families. Okay. This is going to help bring balance back to your work. You don't need to work 24/7. You should not be working 24/7. You have a family. You have a life. You have other things that you need to do. Do you need to do your job? Absolutely. Put boundaries. You are going to be much happier and you're going to be much more focused on your work. So take control of how much work you take home, surround yourself with positive people, be a positive person, and set clear boundaries. You set boundaries with your students. You are not to walk behind this space. This is teacher space. You are to sit here. You are not to touch other people's things. We set boundaries with our kids. We need to set boundaries for ourselves as well. And then let's set up a happy home and our health. And this can be a really hard one because we tend to be givers as educators and put ourselves last. But if you are not taking care of yourself, you're not going to last. So it can be very hard to do this, but we really need to. And you are going to be a better teacher, a better spouse, significant other, mother, father, sibling, child, um, whatever relationships you have in your life, you are going to be better in those if you are taking care of yourself. So at home, it is probably time to have a family meeting. You cannot do it all, and you are wearing out because you're trying to do it all. So it's time to have a family meeting. You're a family. We each have a family, whether it's the family we were born into, married into, the family we chose. But family works together. And a lot of us take on all the responsibilities, the cleaning, the cooking, this, that, the other thing, and then get upset when nobody helps us. But when you've been doing it all, nobody else needed to, and they don't know that you wanted them to if you didn't clearly communicate that to them. It's really not fair to get upset that someone didn't do something you did not communicate to them that you wanted them to do it. So have a family meeting and just talk it through and make a plan. I cannot do it all. So here is what I need you to do. Here is what, and you can say, hey, significant other, spouse, I need you to X, Y, or Z. Will you help me with this? And then leave it on them. Don't do it for them because they're not going to do it. Okay. Don't do it for them because they didn't do it the way you do it. Put responsibility on your children. Even young children can perform different chores within the right age range. So age appropriate chores, and make a chore chart for them. Make it fun. As we do these things, we can do other things. As you help me do this, I can do this. I'm now free to do this. So make it a family contribution. Work together. Make it clear. Communicate to your family what you need from them. Dad needs this hour to focus on work, just like we talked about in the setting boundaries. Once that hour is done, I will be free to do this, this, and this. In that hour, I need you to do this, this, or this. Okay. So even little children can help with picking up toys, cleaning up after dinner, setting the table, different things like that. And toddlers, preschoolers getting into that age, they love to help. This is the time to teach them how to help. Okay. They're not going to clean like you, and that's okay. They're learning. Okay. But start to communicate to your family what you need from them. And make sure that you are scheduling family time. When you schedule it, it'll happen. If you don't schedule it, it doesn't happen. So make sure that you're having some weekly family time. Sometime during the week, there is family time. And I would even say daily, 10 to 15 minutes focused with each child, 10 to 15 minutes with your spouse or significant other, just to connect. Make sure you've got some weekly family time. You plan something that you do together. Plan monthly family time, something a little bit bigger, and quarterly family time. And put it on the schedule. Prioritize it just like you prioritize your job. Prioritize family time. You need that time together. Even if you don't have children, prioritize time with your significant other. If you don't have a significant other, prioritize time with friends, prioritize time with siblings, prioritize time with your parents. Many of us have aging parents, and we don't know how much more time we're going to have with them. So make sure that you prioritize time with them. And also, this is really important, plan weekly family dinners where there are no electronics. The electronics, they all get plugged in another room, and you sit down and have a meal where you can focus on the food and each other. Now, I know as your kids get older, this can get harder because they're going in all different directions. A friend of mine, when I was in high school, her family, because they They were all teenagers, I think, at the time, going in so many different directions in the afternoons and evenings. They had breakfast together every day. That's how their family did family meals, was they did breakfast. Maybe that's what your family needs. Doesn't have to be long, doesn't have to be involved, doesn't have to be fancy, but it's time when you all can sit down, connect, communicate, talk about what's been going on, what happened during the day, how to handle the different things that are coming up during the day without the interruption of electronics. So let's work on our homes, because remember, at work, you can be replaced. At home, there is no one to replace you. So you need to prioritize your home and your family. There may be a teacher shortage. You don't have to solve the problem. And even though there is a teacher shortage, there will be a replacement for you if you leave today. Your family, there is no replacement. Okay. So make sure that you prioritize your family. And now, your health. I don't have this on the slide, but if you haven't been to the doctor in several years, go get a physical done, have a full workup done. If your body's not functioning properly, you're not going to feel good, you're not going to have energy, and you're not going to be able to handle the stress of daily life. Okay, so go to the doctor. Then, the things that you need to prioritize: sleep. This is a hard one, but it's important. You need 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. So, that means you need to set up a bedtime routine and a morning routine that allows you to do that. Now, I know this is one of those, you're like, oh, I can't get any more sleep. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to create this. I have to plan. I have to. Let's be honest. 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, how efficient are you at grading? How well are you doing at planning at that time of night? How many times have you fallen asleep on that stack of lab reports? How many times has your handwriting trailed off as you're trying to grade those projects? Go to bed, get the sleep, tackle it in the morning. So, also with that bedtime routine, if you are going 90 miles an hour all day long, you cannot just jump into bed and expect to sleep. It's not going to happen because your mind is still going. You have got to set up a bedtime routine that prepares you for sleep. So make sure you're blocking off that blue light, electronics, TV, computers, tablets, phones. Make sure that you are cutting off caffeine in the afternoon. I know I'm going to hit on caffeine a couple of times in this one. Make sure that you are doing activities that lead your body to sleep. Take a warm shower, stretch, do some yoga, read. Don't engage in these like high intensity conversations right before bed because that just winds you up. Okay. So settle your body and create a bedtime routine that works for you, that prepares your body for sleep, and have things ready for the morning so you can get up and get going right away. Okay. So prioritize sleep 7 to 9 hours. If you are getting enough sleep, you're not going to need as much caffeine. You are going to feel better. You are going to function better. You're going to have more clarity, be able to think better, have less brain fog. Sleep is so important. Then drink your water. And I'm going to say it: coffee doesn't count. Okay. Coffee doesn't count. So you need to drink half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you need to drink 50 ounces of water a day. If you weigh 200 pounds, you need to drink 100 ounces of water a day. Here's my recommendation for how to do it. Find a water bottle that you like. It may be trial and error, but find one that you like, a cute one, pretty one, functional one, whatever it is that you like. Find a water bottle that you like. Figure out how many ounces it is and how many times you need to fill it to hit your water goal for the day. What I have done, because I can't remember how many times I filled that stupid thing, once, twice, 5 times, I don't know. I take hair elastics and I put them around my water bottle. And let's say I need to fill my water bottle 4 times. I need to drink it 4 times. I put 4 of them on there and I take one off each time I empty my water bottle. When the hair bands are all gone, I have reached my water goal for the day. There are other water bottles that you can get that have like times and messages on them, like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., keep going, you're doing great, you're awesome, you're almost there, those kind of things. Some of those are huge though, and I don't like a huge water bottle. So for me, the just knowing how many ounces my water bottle holds and how many times I need to refill it helps me reach my goal, and then using those hair bands around it. Make sure that you are getting your protein and your fruits and veggies. Okay. Again, coffee doesn't count. We love our coffee as educators, as teachers. We do. But it doesn't count as your water intake and it doesn't count as your food intake. You need to get actual protein, fruits, veggies. You need to be getting all of your foods in proteins, carbs, and fats. Look for ones that are easy, that are portable, that you can take to work with you, that are easy to get. Great portable proteins. Let me give you a few. Yogurt comes in its own container a lot of times if you get the individual ones. Uh, Tuna and salmon packets are a great way to get protein. I'm not much of a fan of the salmon, but the tuna packets I love. Choose a flavor that you like, grab those. Jerky, deli meat. Hard-boiled eggs are a great portable protein. You can do them for breakfast, you can do them for a snack. Roasted chickpeas, hummus, protein bars, protein shakes, edamame, egg muffins. Those are all great portable proteins. Make sure that at every meal or snack that you're getting some combination of the three categories of food: protein, carbs, and fats. That's going to satisfy you longer, keep you filled up longer when you combine them rather than just having one. Veggies. Prep your veggies ahead, but also go for the easily portable ones: baby carrots, mini cucumbers, mini peppers, cherry tomatoes. There's all kinds of great veggies. Try to get a good variety in. If you're making salad, make a big salad so you can have it a couple of days. Okay. Slice up your cucumbers, do bell peppers, broccoli, cauliflower, celery sticks, radishes, jicama, pea pods, kale chips. There's all kinds of different veggies that you can do, cooked or raw, however you like them. And to keep it interesting, add some dip. Grab some hummus to go with your veggies. Tahini, hummus, Greek yogurt. You can make some great dips with Greek yogurt. Ranch dressing, nut butters. When you combine the dip with the veggies, you're getting a fiber. You're getting a little bit of carbs sometimes, depending on the veggie, and you're getting a protein or a fat to go with it to make it last longer and satisfy you longer. And then fruits. Lots of fruits are easily portable. Berries, although berries, I tend to do the frozen ones just because they're a little bit cheaper, but that's a great way to get fruit, and berries are so good for you. All the nutrients that are in them. Great portable fruits: apples, pears, bananas, oranges, tangerines, clementines. Grab a bag of clementines and throw it in your desk for the week. Then you just grab one, peel it, and eat it. They're so easy. One of my recommendations in order to get really good nutrition in is to batch cook when you have time, like on the weekends. So if you need to cook up ground beef for the week for a meal, cook up a double batch, one for spaghetti on Monday and one for tacos on Tuesday. If you're cooking up chicken, cook a double batch so that you have chicken for chicken Alfredo and chicken for topping salads. Okay. Cook once, eat twice. It saves you so much time. Other things you can batch cook: rice, make enough for the week. Quinoa, same thing. If you like to have oatmeal for breakfast, use your crock pot and make a nice big batch for the week. And then you just need to warm it up in the morning, or make up a bunch of containers of overnight oats. Love doing that. You make them all up at once and you eat them for the week. Other things: hard-boiled eggs. If you're going to have hard-boiled eggs, make up the whole dozen, and then you have them boiled, peeled, and ready to go for snacks for the week or for breakfast, however you're eating them. Egg casserole is another easy way to do breakfast and cook up a bunch at once. I don't really use a recipe for this anymore. There are plenty of recipes you can get. I take an 11 by 13 pan. I throw in veggies: spinach, tomatoes, broccoli, red peppers, whatever. You can throw in meat if you want: ham, bacon, turkey, sausage crumbles, whatever you want to throw in. You can throw in a little cheese, and then I whisk up 10 to 12 eggs, pour it in, throw it in the oven at 375 for 20, 25 minutes. till it's set. And you are done, then you just slice it and it is ready to go for the week and it's delicious. You do the same thing with egg muffins. It's just instead of using the casserole dish, you use your muffin tins. I throw in some veggies, throw in the eggs, bake it, and you've got those little egg muffins to go. Okay. So batch cook once, eat multiple times. It's going to save you so much time. And the other time saver for food prep is use your crock pot. Crock pot is your best friend. And my other tip on the crock pot is if you have the removable crock pot where the ceramic part comes out, I set my crock pot up the night before. I put everything in there and I use crock pot liners. Those will save you so much time. They're plastic liners. You put it in the crock pot, you put all your stuff in. When you're done, you pull it out, throw it in the trash, and you just wipe the crock pot down. They're so fantastic. But I set up my crock pot the night before. I put it on the shelf in the fridge. In the morning, I take it out, turn the crock pot on, and I go. So it doesn't even take me any time in the morning. So get your proteins, your fruits, your veggies, and then move your body. 20 to 30 minutes would be fantastic. But if you're not moving your body at all, other than, chasing kids at recess, move your body 10 minutes. Find something that you enjoy. Go for a walk during your lunch while you munch on your carrots. Okay. Have a dance party at the end of the day. Crank up the tunes and dance. One, it's great for your heart, for your energy, for moving your body, and it's a mood booster. Great mood booster. I went to a keynote session and the woman said, if you're moody, shake your booty. And she started playing the music. And you know what? It is an instant mood booster if you just get up, put on those tunes, and get some dancing going. Find things that you enjoy. Walk, jog, run, dance, lift weights, do some HIIT, do some Tabata, whatever it is. Just start with 10 minutes. That's it. It will help your body, but it also helps your mind. It's so important for your mental health to move your body. Find an active hobby that you enjoy. I do martial arts. Love it. Okay. I do it multiple nights a week. It's fantastic exercise. There's so many benefits to it. But whatever you enjoy, kayaking, canoeing, hiking, find a friend to do them with you, dancing. There's all kinds of dancing. Find one that you enjoy. Tap, jazz, ballet. There are classes for adults. Hip hop, salsa, tango, ballroom, Irish, line, square, contra. There's so many different types of dancing. Find one you enjoy. Take a class. Go once or twice a week. Rock climbing, bird watching, disc golf. Find some sort of active hobby that you enjoy that will help you move your body. And then finally, breathe. So for past 4 or 5 years, I think now, I have been doing breathing exercises. And there are so many benefits and there's so many different ways to do it. So what I have done is I've put together a resource, which I'll put in the show notes or comments, a resource of my favorite 6 breathing apps that guide you through guided breathing. They're free and they have lots of free content. And so pick one, find the one that you enjoy. Breathwork is my favorite one. Just because it had the amount of resources and education that it has in it and how it teaches you to do the breathing. Breathing and guided breathing will help you with calming your mind, calming your nervous system when you are upregulated, anxious, stressed. It will help you bring that back down to a state of regulation. Some of the different breathing exercises will help you focus. It depends on what you're trying to do, which exercise you would use. And in general, just deep belly breathing helps. Okay. So breathe, because a lot of times when we're worked up and we're stressed, we're not breathing. We start to hyperventilate. Okay. We get very shallow in our breathing. So I will connect you with that resource to breathe. But also with these things, have fun. Have fun. Find fun ways to do these things. Have fun with your family with getting in proteins, fruits, and veggies. Have your kids pick out a new veggie each week. You pick out a new fruit each week, something new to try. Okay. Make it fun and find out what you enjoy. You don't have to eat the veggies you don't like. Okay. Plain celery, I hate it. Celery is meant to be in things or have peanut butter or some sort of dip. So celery and hummus, I'm fine. Celery and spinach artichoke dip, I'm fine. Celery by itself, I'm like, you can have it. I don't want it. Okay. So find the fruits and veggies you enjoy. I love green bell peppers. I could munch on those all day. Carrots, it depends. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I don't. But find the fruits and veggies that you love. Find a way to move your body that you love. Have fun doing it. Like I said, have a dance party. Okay. And then breathe. All of these are going to benefit your health. Okay. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else is going to do it for you. You have to make that decision. Does it take time? Yes, but when you take the time to take care of yourself, you have the ability to give to the other things that you need to do in your life. So now you're probably going, "Oh my goodness, you gave us all these things. I'm already stressed. I'm already overloaded, and you expect me to do all these things?" No, I don't. What I want you to do is pick three. Pick three. Okay. So maybe one, you set yourself a schedule of when you're going to work at home, what time, where, and you set that boundary. Second thing, maybe you choose one new vegetable to eat each week. Three, you find 10 minutes to move your body. Whatever it is, I want you to pick three things to do. Once you've mastered those, pick another three. You don't have to do everything all at once. Okay. And then the other thing that you can do, this is what I do in my business. What's next? How do I get help doing this? How do I go deeper with you on these things? Because a lot of what we just went over is we went very superficial, very fast through a lot of things. So I do offer a 4 workshop series for districts that go through several of these things and some others. I focus on the 4 different areas, one for each workshop where we go a little bit deeper. And then the next step is to do one-on-one coaching with me. And so what I do in that one-on-one coaching is we look at these areas of your life where you are overloaded, overstressed, and just burning out. And we choose one area to focus on to get that back under control, to set boundaries, to relieve your stress, help you with self regulation and calming during those stressful times. And then we work on the next one and we work on getting you back into balance instead of overload. And it takes time. This isn't something that you solve overnight. The process of healing for me with burnout took time, it took learning, and there are so many things that I've had to learn and I continue to learn to keep myself in balance and healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically. And I can tell you at 42, I am the healthiest I have been in my adult life for many reasons. And one of them is because of setting boundaries and taking control and taking my life back and actively choosing to pursue health for myself. So if you want help with that, that's where my one-on-one coaching comes in, where I work with you 30 minutes at a time to focus on what do we need to get back into balance. One of the big areas that many people need to work on is finances. Finances can be a huge stressor. We take a look at how to bring that back into balance. We look at family, how to bring that back into balance. We look at mental, emotional, physical, and I help you work through those areas. And if you need deeper work, I recommend that too. Whether you need to see a doctor, a therapist, a counselor, I'm a coach. Okay. There's limitations to what I do. I am a coach. I help you look at the areas of need and weakness, and I help you bring them back into balance. I guide you, I support you, I cheer you on, I hold you accountable. But sometimes there is deeper work that's needed. So you're going to pick 3 things. If you want deeper work, reach out to me. There's my email. You can also follow me on social media. I post about these things on social media very regularly. And I want to thank you for listening. And don't hesitate to reach out with questions.